Hi guys, my name is Kim Voorhees and I am a licensed therapeutic body worker. I work with Young Living essential oils and have for over 24 years. So we're starting a basic class on what are essential oils, and mostly I'm just going to give you some of the background first. So if anytime you're working with oils, you kind of need to have a reference place. You can talk to anyone that's in the company and they will help you. However, this book is Reference Guide to Essential Oils by Connie and Alan Higley. Okay, so you really need to have that, because at one point you're not going to be able to get a hold of me or someone else in Young Living, and you need to use these right away. So this book is your oil Bible. The other book is an essential oils desk reference. I have both of those and highly recommend that you do too. This is not a medical, nor is it to replace medical information. However, in this toxic world that we live in, we need to use everything that we can for healing and wellness. I recommend these for your wellness journey. I've been using Young Living oils for 24 years, and I can't imagine a day without them. And one of the things I'm going to do is just read a piece out of this oil Bible to you, the one from Connie and Alan, because I want you to understand that these oils have a frequency. The human brain functions at 72 to 90 megahertz, and the human body is 62 to 68. Cold symptoms start at 58. See how much lower they are? Flu symptoms, 57. Candida, 55. Cancer, 42. Death begins at 25. Now, just to say that, our processed and canned foods, they have 0. Except for they do have calories, which is really sad. Fresh produce has up to 15, so that's better. Dry herbs are 12 to 22. Fresh herbs are 20 to 27. Essential oils start at 52. Now remember, that's where we have some of the illnesses reside at that level. And they go all the way up to 320. So if I am feeling low today, I am not going to start with one of the oils that's 320. That's a long jump. But I can start with some of the more grounding oils. And work my way up. I can explain that in another class. The whole point here is these are live plants in a bottle, basically. Young Living cold diffuses them. I've been to the farms, and this is the most honorable company that I have ever worked with. Now, I've worked with these oils, like I said, for 24 years. What brought me out of my comfort zone to do this, because I've never done anything on a camera and I don't like cameras necessarily, is that I'm finding out more and more people don't have these oils, but they're either using them incorrectly or not at all. And these oils will not work for one reason, and one reason only that I have found. Actually, 2. You're using them wrong. More is not better. Or you leave the lid on them and you're not using them at all. They can't work. Let me tell you, 1 drop of these are very powerful. When it says 1 to 2 drops, it means it. It doesn't mean a whole bottle. If the doctor sent antibiotics home with you and said take 1 3 times a day, you would not take a bottle a day 3 times, or even a bottle. The thing is that we here in America, at least, seem to think more is better. And this is one instance where more is not better. Okay, I'm going to show you a bottle of lavender. I'm going to show you a couple ways to use it. Take a deep breath. I'm going to do that 3 times. I love lavender. And when I first started, I did not. Now, one of the other ways you can use it is just take a drop. Ooh, I did good because sometimes they come out quick. Put that drop in your non-dominant hand. Take the 2 fingers of your other hand, stir 3 times to activate the frequency, and then put them on wherever it is you want. Now, if I'm working with somebody with really light skin or a baby or an animal, I'm going to dilute that with a carrier oil, a V6 that Gary sells, or coconut oil, but you have to make sure it's organic, olive oil, or whatever you use, jojoba, apricot. Then I'm going to take, just because I want to, a big breath. You can do that several times. Not to get off topic, but my sister uses these oils to help with her asthma. She has went from having to pull over in the car when her kids were young and have an ambulance come, or have a inhaler and still maybe calling the ambulance, to using 3 or 4 of these oils that she carries with her all the time, and it seems to be able to have assisted her in her wellness to where she rarely uses an inhaler. She still carries one. It's something she needs to do, but they make her feel terrible even if it does help her breathe. So she has found some of these oils to just totally change her life, and that's why we're talking about this, is that there are lots of ways to use these oils. One of the things that I would like for you guys to do is to give me some feedback so that I can help you in your direction of how to use these and to give you the knowledge to increase the wellness of your journey here. Now, I'm not a licensed doctor. I can't even pretend to recommend things for curing, even though some of those things may be harmful to you. I will tell you that you have to be in charge of your own health. You have to go with your family to their appointments, and you have to know your options. So these oils help with your mind, body, and spirit. And everything that I do in my therapeutic practice is all about daily wellness. So I read those things to you, but you really need to get these books if you're going to use essential oils. One of the things that started out this morning was I totally had a way I wanted to talk to you guys about it, and I never even got a moment to have a break because I had been told that some people were using oils that had chemicals in them and they were harming their pets. So you must know that whatever oil you choose to use is pure. Otherwise, you're just wasting money and maybe even harming yourself. I want to thank you guys for coming because I know everyone today is extremely busy. And sometimes you just don't feel like you have a moment to catch your breath. That's another thing these oils do. You stop. And take a moment. Sometimes that's all it is to regroup. Another oil I want to introduce you to today is peppermint. And we can look these up in a book because there are so many things. But one of the things I use peppermint for it opens everything up. And it's just delightful. Yeah, peppermint's pretty strong for my skin, and I didn't bring a carrier oil up, so I would probably normally put that on my feet. I have been known to carry peppermint with me a lot because it's just it just opens everything up so that you're mentally more alert, and it's refreshing. So I'm going to put that on my neck. I've worked with these so long that it won't bother me one time to not have it diluted. We're just going to take our reference book and we're going to look up peppermint. So give me a second here. This is what I want you to do. Anytime you look this stuff up, if you can't seem to find what you need, and if it's in the middle of the night, you can look it up on the internet. I'm pretty sure you can find that there now. But you can also call or text, email myself or your upline. Here we go. We're getting closer. Sorry, guys. This is what I want you to do, though, when something comes up. When I first got into this company, I split 30 of these bottles with another friend and I. And boy, were we oxygenated by the time we were done. I don't expect you to start with 30. However, we had lots of clients that needed help. And I probably do not think I would have the success in my business as a massage therapist if I had not used these oils. It just says right in here on peppermint. Antibacterial, anti-carcinogenic, anti-inflammatory. I don't know anybody that's my age or older that doesn't need an anti-inflammatory or antibacterial with the flus that have been going on around here. One of the ones I do not have in front of me is Thieves. I dilute it or I buy their spray. I keep it in the car. I don't buy a drink or anything anywhere that I don't spray my hands after I touch where everybody's been during this time, or money, because it can have germs on it. So I carry these oils with me all the time. So it's also, besides being all the things I just said, it is antiseptic, antispasmodic, antiviral, and invigorating. Which, remember, I told you I use it just to refresh myself all the time. There are multiple other uses for this. It says it can help with anger. It can help with arthritis, colitis, depression, fatigue. I don't know anybody that's not tired today, because it seems like we're working more now. I work more at 50-something than I did in my 20s and 30s. We're going to look up lavender just so that you learn how to use this book. I can tell you all I know about these. That doesn't do you any good when I'm not there. I want you to know how to use these. So all I'm doing is looking up lavender. I turned the page too far. And we're going to look at that. And I can tell you testimony after testimony, but you still need to look your own things up. You must experience these before you understand why people are excited about them. So, lavender. Anticoagulant, anticonvulsive, antidepressive. Okay, I know tons of people. Could it not be better if we started with something made by God and natural to use in our bodies before we start putting synthetic chemicals in there? I'm not saying any of the synthetic chemicals are not necessary. I don't know that. I know for myself, I need to use the purest thing I can find to work with my body before I get stuck on something that may help one thing and then take 52 other things to correct the things that's bad about that. Okay? The one thing I can tell you about using these oils, you must drink your water. Actually, part of the problem with a lot of our issues today is that we do not drink enough water. And I don't mean chlorinated water. I mean pure, unadulterated water. Lavender can be antifungal, anti-infectious. It's an antihistamine. It's anti-inflammatory. There we go again. Antimicrobial, antiseptic, and anti-tumor, carditonic, regenerative, and sedative. Now, like I told you earlier, I got up at 6 o'clock to start this. Things changed. They were all important. But by 10 o'clock when I was going to do this, I was feeling a little harried. And I was going to put it off anyway because this is not my comfort zone. So I breathed the lavender and some peppermint, and I'm good to go. One of the things that you need to know about essential oils is there are a lot of companies out there that adulterate them. It's cheaper. They can sell them for less. They can make more. If I add anything to this product that is not pure, it will dilute it and give you side effects, just like anything else is synthetic. and you're not going to get the results you want. These oils are the blood force of the plant, and when they're distilled properly, which Young Living does, I've been to the farms, I've helped plant the seeds, I've pulled weeds, and it's been a long time ago, but I know people that have been there recently, and it is still an honorable company, and that's one of the reasons I have stayed with Young Living so long. So I would like some feedback from you guys. Tell me what it is you're looking to know, because like I said, wellness is a huge department, and Young Living has over 300 products. I take their supplements, I take and use their oils daily, and I recommend it. I have all my clients using them because we've seen things that were totally destroying their lives, and it has changed them.